Welcome back to Garage Matters. Today we'll be finishing the installation of these trim pieces to finish dressing up this engine. In our last episode, we went ahead and swapped out the spark plugs, engine oil, engine coolant, upper radiator hose, and engine air filter. Now, since I've been driving the vehicle for the past couple of weeks, it seems like everything's running fine. Seems like there's no need for all these trim pieces to come back off. It's time to go ahead and put these back onto the engine. Now for this heat shield, there's 4 bolts holding it on. One right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here. All these are 12 millimeters. All you gotta do is just take them out, put the heat shield on, and then put the bolts back on, and then we're done with this part. When you have a panel that has like multiple fasteners on it, it's always a good idea not to go tight on all of them yet, just go finger tight. Sometimes the holes, they don't line up properly, so you'll have to have this just loose enough so you can align the holes properly so the bolts will go through. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of hand tightening everything to make sure that these bolts go into the hole. That seems about good enough. We'll just finish off with the drill and make it just go quicker. Now we gotta get this intake tube on here. There's 2 10mm bolts right here. Gotta take these bolts out right here. Then this snorkel just goes right onto the box right here. Line it with the 2 holes right here. Thread the bolts by hand. And then tighten her down. The next thing we gotta do is put the plastic covering piece on top of this valve cover. There's 2 studs coming off this valve cover, so we're just gonna line up the plastic covering piece with these 2 studs right here. Line it up, put the cover on, and then screw it down with the 2 nuts. Two 10mm nuts, we'll just put them on these studs and tighten her down. I'd be careful torquing these down. I'm just going to snug them down just to make sure this cover is not going to come off. Sometimes if you over torque it, you end up stripping the studs. Now this valve cover is kind of dirty because it's just been sitting around a while. So what I'm going to do to clean it up is just use this microfiber towel. All it is just water. I'm just going to wipe it down. Once it's wiped down, I'm going to come over with a dry microfiber towel and dry it off. It looks so much better right now. All that was just water and a microfiber towel. We'll do the same thing for these other plastic trim pieces. We're just going to wipe them down and then dry them off. Wow, let's take a look. If I didn't know any better, I would have never known that this car had its motor taken apart and the head gasket replaced. It looks really clean up here and really nice now. This pretty much wraps up our series on this 2007 Toyota Camry head gasket repair. We started from the beginning and went all the way to the end. Everything's put back together, the car is in good working condition, and it's time to use this vehicle as a daily driver beat around town. Join us next time on Garage Matters, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's take a look at this headlight on this Camry. In my last video, I did a review on my 2010 Nissan Frontier and showed you guys the oxidation on it. This is a brand new headlight. This is how it should look like, brand new. The plastic should be clear and you should be able to see right through the clear plastic to the reflector.